Hi, I'm Koji and I run Danjil, a vintage clothing store in Machida, Tokyo. For 19 years, we've been creating a space that blends 80s and 90s street culture with American sports vibes, offering a unique fusion of styles from those eras. The reason I started Danjil was that, after working in vintage clothing for some time, my passion for 90s style kept growing stronger. I wanted to create a store dedicated exclusively to that era. I chose this location because it was an area with hardly any vintage stores. It's a bar district now, but it used to be even rougher. I saw a kind of synergy between vintage clothes, bars, and, well, the red light scene. Oops, I said it straight. This combination became my personal holy trinity. Most vintage shops in Machida are on the other side of the tracks, so I wanted to establish something distinct. So, about the name Danjil. The official reason is that I'm into DJ culture, so it's a nod to DJ, but honestly, it actually means man's sweat. Originally it was juice for sweat, but I toned it down a bit. Plus, I thought a name that's a little embarrassing to say out loud might be more memorable, so I settled on Danjil. My selection is mainly based on larger sized clothing from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, especially styles suited for hip-hop, skate, and nightlife scenes. Durability is also a key criterion for me, as I feel it really defines the kind of pieces I want to offer. Strong and ready for everyday wear. This is our Instagram spot. I've decorated this wall with items that are either related to me or represent things I personally enjoy, giving it a bit of my own personality. If you feel like adding a sticker, go ahead and stick it on the bench or ashtray, that's totally fine. Or other spots though, I'd really appreciate it if you could check with me first. Right here at the entrance, I had a friend paint a casual king illustration for us. It's been about 19 years and it's still going strong. Come on in and take a look around. Right as you enter, you'll find our collection of pins from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. We have official MTV, Beavis and Butthead pins from the 90s, Batman movie release pins, and more. I came across a lot of these as dead stock and couldn't resist buying in bulk, so they're here to stay. Just behind that is what I call the Culture Zone, featuring some of my personal mixtapes and CDs. It's mostly hip-hop, but you'll also find punk, reggae, and a bit of melodic hardcore. The selection is pretty niche and carefully curated. I'm a big fan of skateboard decks and have been collecting them for years. Some of them are pretty worn, which might seem uncool, but I think they look cool on display. I don't actually skateboard though. This is the display case right at the entrance, likely from the 70s. It's from an old tobacco shop, so I keep some smoking accessories here. There's also a Cheech and Chong cookie jar that everyone loves. It's not for sale though. It's part of my personal collection. We also have some rare vintage Zippo lighters here. We have some mixed CDs, mostly black music mixes. We also carry specially ordered backjack items for the shop, like key catchers and gun leashes. This area is mainly for shoes, but we also have sunglasses and rings. The shoes range from vintage to newer styles, all chosen to fit my personal taste. We have original 80s Converse weapon sneakers here, and the soles are still wearable. The natural aging on them is fantastic. It's a look that modern processing just can't replicate, and I personally love it. I recently started carrying rings as a bit of a new venture, all from a Japanese shop called Giapkobo. Right now, I'm mainly collecting their official rings from the 90s and 2000s featuring Star Wars, DC Comics, and Marvel designs. This is our main pants section, where we primarily showcase baggy pants from 90s and 2000s b-boy and skate brands. I especially recommend these dead stock Rough Riders pants. They still have the original tags attached. The unique extra long length is something you only get with dead stock, and the bold embroidery gives them a strong, almost rugged look that really stands out. Plus, you can customize the hem to your own style, which I think adds a nice touch of flexibility. Here we have a selection of caps, mostly from the 90s. These caps come from companies that used to produce tour merchandise for sports teams and bands. One standout is this fishbone cap with its rare upside-down logo. This one's from around 92, straight from backstage. The fabric is really thin but has a great feel to it. The interior is all black and the material is flexible, making it resistant to creasing and easy to wash. They don't use this kind of material much anymore. Everything now is much stiffer. It's got that perfect balance of being both cheap-looking and cool, which I really love. Only in a vintage store can you place Prince right next to Van Halen. We also have Grateful Dead here, so there's a lot to enjoy. This section mainly features lightweight nylon items. Personally, I'm really into these V-neck nylon pieces from universities like North Carolina. They also go well with shoes. And North Carolina is Michael Jordan's alma mater, so that's a nice touch. I've collected 5 necks up to here. Here I mainly collect Oakley's TFG, Tactical Field Gear, line of bags designed for tough environments. I'm really into tech bags and have been collecting them. This one, for example, is the Icon backpack they've been making since the 90s. It keeps evolving using hardware like ITW Nexus, making it a durable and rugged backpack. This section features hoodies and sweatshirts. One I particularly recommend is this Nomo sweatshirt, likely the first official Players series released by a Japanese player. The tornado motion is vividly captured in the design. It's really well made. Since it's dead stock, there's no wear, and the fleece lining is still fluffy, making it perfect for breaking in over time. This is my hobby corner, where I display items I'm personally into. These are Star Wars cookie jars from around 2005, the ones where the heads open. The quality is amazingly high. Even though they're relatively recent as far as cookie jars go, they're extremely well made. We've got fan favorites like Yoda, R2-D2, and C3PO. It's almost like they're watching you shop. This area mainly features jackets, long-sleeve tees, and shirts. A standout piece here is this denim jacket from the movie company Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. It's official, complete with original tags. They put a lot of energy into their apparel line back in the 90s, which is what makes it so great. It's got a playful touch. The design is similar to Levi's, with an oversized fit, and even the buttons show impressive attention to detail. These are pieces from COTTONPAN, a brand I work with as a director. They're screen printed by hand, giving the stripes their original colors. For this canned coffee series, we took inspiration from 4 colors, including this one, which is based on Daido Coffee's M color. I really like the slight irregularities in the pattern that come from the hand printing process. The artisan's touch gives each piece a unique vibe, which I think is fantastic. There's also a cafe au lait color available. With pockets and an oversized fit, they're designed for a relaxed casual look. Moving along, we get to ACRONYM. They use top quality materials and the water repellency is outstanding, which I think is a plus. Personally though, I'm a big fan of their innovative design elements. They don't just stick to a single zipper, there are multiple, allowing you to style the clothes in your own way. It's one of the few brands that really lets you think about how you want to wear each piece and show your individuality. That's why I was especially keen on carrying them here. As for future plans, I've started bringing in items like ACRONYM, introducing a different angle from what I've done before. There's no set path that says, if you like this culture, you'll naturally go this way. So I want to create that kind of unique direction myself. In an era where everything's straightforward, I want the shop itself to feel a bit more puzzling. I want to make it a shop that makes people question, why are they doing this? Like, there are some weird things there. Maybe I'll take one home and see. I kind of want to go back to that old school feeling.